The views and opinions expressed in this video are solely those of the Fat Bearded Vinyl Guy and should not be taken seriously by sane people.
Greetings and salutations, music fans. I am Matt, the Fat Bearded Vinyl Guy, and I am hanging out in the vinyl lair. I am back with another World's Worst Record review, and it's a very recent release, as in this past Friday. It is Butch Walker's American Love Story Live and Quarantined. I will get to the album eventually, but it requires just a bit of a prologue. Last May, my favorite artist, Butch Walker, released his most recent album, American Love Story. I talked about this album in my blog at the time, as well as a video later on. I'll leave a link in the description to that other video. The blog, that doesn't exist anymore. This is an album that Butch recorded a few years ago and then sat on. He finally decided to release it in May of 2020. I love the music on this album. It is some of his best stuff. The story is loosely based on his upbringing in Georgia and the racism and prejudice that come with growing up there. Now, I grew up in Wisconsin. Not really suburbia, but not really the big city either. Needless to say, I don't pretend to know what life is like for other people in other parts of the country. When I was younger, I said dumb stuff. And when I did, I didn't say it because I was hateful. I said it because I didn't know any better. Even now, I am not a hateful or spiteful person. When I'm mean, I don't do it out of spite, I just do it because I'm dumb. Yes, it hurts others. Sometimes, some people that I love. But I'm trying to be better. And honestly, I think that's where we're going in this country. We can't change the past. That's there. But the future is not yet written. And if we can start being better now, it can be a lot better later on. That said, Butch wrote American Love Story as a response to the 2016 US presidential election. He felt certain ideologies were coming to the forefront. Like I said before, I don't pretend to know what life is like for other people in other parts of the country. All I can do is control me. But this album hit me in a way that no other album has. And it really made me look inside myself and my own prejudice. And guess what? We all have them. Doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter what you do. Every time you generalize a group of people, that's prejudice. If you're A, then you're B. We don't need that. We just need to be decent to each other. So, I probably should start talking about today's record. Like I said, American Love Story came out in May of 2020 in the early days of the pandemic and lockdown. Some very dark days for yours truly. My copy was delayed a few weeks because of supply line interruptions for the physical media, but they did send me a digital copy of the album on release day. I do listen to digital music and even stream when it suits me. In June of 2020, Butch had an online event where he did a one-man live performance of the album in its entirety. One man, a guitar, a keyboard, and a drum machine. The album is stripped down to its basic elements. Butch Live is very entertaining to begin with. And although he doesn't have a crowd to play off of, his Butchisms do come out. For example, in Torn in the USA, he vocalizes his guitar solo because he's playing piano on that track. Another time he has a lyric in Flyover State where he mentions his favorite song of 1998 and promptly starts playing Closing Time by Semisonic. It fits the rhythm and the chords naturally. Butch's songs come out raw, and his delivery is more emotional than on the original album. This is absolutely worth a listen, and the live and quarantined version is better in my opinion. And by the way, yes, forgot to say I love you, that still hits me in the feels. This is a limited release, so get it while you can. It is definitely worth it. I'll even post a link in the description to the visualized version of the American Love Story studio version, so you can check that out as well. That will do it for today. FatBeardedVinylGuy.com is the website with links to my social media. Like and share. Give me a thumbs up here, subscribe, and leave a comment below with your thoughts on American Love Story, the studio version, or the live in quarantine version if you've heard it. Also, if you have a request for a World's Worst record review, leave that in the comments below as well. Until next time, be better than yesterday, and I'll catch you on the B-side.